Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 8th of April 2026. So the markets chop on geopolitical headlines as Trump 2000 Eastern Standard Time deadline awaits. But of course, overnight, this all changed. As you can see here that Trump declares big day for the world peace as US and Iran agree conditional 2-week ceasefire. And it's certainly well worth looking at Tom Bradbury's analysis here, because obviously it's a massive move by Trump. This is to actually decide not to go ahead with bombing all of the, well, he was going to bomb the whole of civilization yesterday. So it's a relief, but it's only a 2-week relief at the moment. The madness continues, I'm afraid. It's just a capitulation at the moment on Trump's part, and we'll see what happens. The Strait of Hormuz has been open for 2 weeks as well, which obviously will ease a bit of pressure as far as the shipping of oil is concerned, and obviously this was a positive for the markets. Let's just have a look at any economic news today. We've got FOMC meeting minutes. There's no press conference, so nothing to be too concerned about. That means there's no rate cuts or anything like that. And again, you can just see it above here. Trump I agree to suspend the bombing of Iraq for of Iran for 2 weeks. Let's see what happens in 2 weeks' time then. But anyway, it was a positive for the markets rallying, so let's have a look at those and kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, you can see the market piling on the points. This is a relief rally for a couple of weeks at least, and up on the overnight as well. 30-minute chart shows this relief rally. Let's just have a look and see how big this bar was when this was announced overnight. 933 points there. So big move, and obviously the market relieved about this. Everything seems back to front at the moment. The stock market should be collapsing and gold should be going through the roof. And yet we're seeing the opposite of the moment. It's really weird, strange things in strange times is the only way to describe it. But the Dow up on the overnight and above obviously yesterday's way above yesterday's high, and above the DP there as well. Let's have a look at the German DAX. So the German DAX heading back to the 200 MA there, up on the overnight, up yesterday as well on the fact that this obviously started to be leaked, didn't it? If we have a look at the 30-minute chart, you'll see there at the end of yesterday's trading session at 4:30, and then obviously later on into the evening we see the market moving higher there as well. In the S&P, back above the 200 MA, first time for some weeks, positive there, and also again you can see the move there. It's a matter of whether it's going to continue through for the next 2 weeks. Just in case Trump does decide to actually bomb Iran in a couple of weeks. We'll just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed it won't happen. Let's hope and pray that is the case. So the FT up yesterday as well, up overnight. Again, you can see that move there. Significant move overnight, to be honest. That's 100, 200, 300 point move for the FT 100 overnight there. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq, a massive move to the upside as well. Let's just have a look and see how much this moved overnight. Again, 986 points. So big move for the Nasdaq there. Moving higher, sharply higher as well. And there you can see that carrying on for over an hour, moving to the upside overnight, and again above the high obviously for yesterday, and also the close, so moving sharply to the upside. Let's have a look at where do we go from here? Oh yeah, US dollar, that's what we want to have a look at, isn't it? So let's have a look at the US dollar. And the US dollar obviously dropping sharply, big gap there. That gap can be filled within the next 2 weeks, so don't be surprised if you see that. Silver in the Far East has also moved sharply higher. You can see there at 85 from yesterday's, I think it was 81. and the premium in the east and west as well has narrowed to 3.45, and the gold silver ratio is dropping, which you'd expect given the positive news overnight there as well. Pressures come out of this market if the stress indicator is to be believed. I thought this would have stayed up at 84, but according to, even if you do a refresh, we stay at 74 there. Right, let's have a quick look at the metals. And as you can see, silver moving up sharply yesterday, and overnight also moving higher as well. You can see the move there, which is a positive. And like I said earlier, it's bizarre that the price of gold has been moving down during the invasion of Iran, but it is making its way back now. I think this is probably more of a manipulative move to buy gold cheaper, and it allows them during the war to actually have an excuse and a reason to mark the prices down, and then they can go in and buy a lot more cheaper there. I noticed France has now retrieved all of its gold from the US as well during yesterday. So gold moving up as well, and in the 30-minute chart there you can see the spike to the upside as well, heading back towards that sort of 5,000 level. Right, let's have a look at yesterday's trades. Oh, actually, before we do that, let's have a look at the price of oil. So the price of oil, obviously, good news. This dropping down from around $112, $113 a barrel to $105 there as well. So good news, positive news there for the price of oil as well. But obviously, we won't see the benefit of that for weeks. They can send it up immediately as the cartels and racketeering in this country, but it'll be a while before we see that come down. And of course, it's only a 2-week ceasefire as well, so that doesn't mean it isn't worth the paper it's written on either. And Israel have also downed all of its bombing campaigns apart from Lebanon at the moment as well. No surprise there either. Their peace agreements or whatever are not worth the paper they are written on. They never hold, and eventually always break over time, because that's what seems to be the pattern and what they do. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at yesterday's trade, see what the market did in the German DAX 2-minute chart. So we started off with a very choppy session that was mentioned earlier on in the market alerts. We kicked off to the upside, and then it just became sideways to lower. You can see the sideways chunks that we have through here, not moving a lot. So I'm just going to whiz through here. We had the market putting in a potential sell, but because of the support to the left, the market failed to move lower, then turned around and just shot up. I don't know what this news item was, unless somebody had leaked the fact that Trump was going to be delaying the bombing. I don't know, but the market then saw that as a positive. Whatever it was, trading up to Monday's electronic high, and then in the afternoon we had a massive shakeout there, and then the market stuck in a sideways range to lower all the way down to the S1, and then continued all the way down to the low of Monday's electronic session. And then as you can see there, as we got to the US Open, the market continued trading all the way down to the S2 before finding some sort of support. So the market was trying to second guess what Trump was going to do, and there you'll see how the market played out for the early part of the evening as well. So very volatile and very choppy is the picture, and the way the market is trading at the moment. Let's have a quick look, see where we are overnight. And overnight, we just had a bit of a pullback there, and now heading back to the upside as well. We just bring this down, see what we can see. We're already through yesterday's high, obviously because of that big move on the announcement. So just heading back to the R1, and then it'll be a case of the psychological levels if prices continue to move to the upside, and if not, watch the 200 MA and then back down to the high. It just depends how much the market actually believes that the ceasefire will hold, and also what Trump will do when we get to the end of the next 2 weeks. So there we go. Well, we've been saved this time. Let's see what happens during, say, the next 2 weeks. So have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.